when I came on this app, I met other people who were so just looked down upon religion. I have never met those type of people before.
Yeah. Well, today's gonna be one of them days where we're gonna see if the dust clears, settles, or just we finna see because I want to see. And this picture is so fitting because it feels like hell done froze over. And this conversation gonna be one of them conversations. Yeah, all right, Rock. Shout out to salute to y'all, man. We just preparing and waiting, being patient. We got 2 hours. Try to get it under 2 hours and have everybody communicate. So it's a lot that's gonna be said and done. And I know people gonna have questions. We're gonna have a portion for questions and people come up and talk. And I got 10 seats available. So yeah, we're gonna get it right. Let me see. Who is oh okay. What up, Lou? What's going on, Lou? How you doing, Lou? What's up, everybody? If you ain't seen me or you see me, good seeing you again. If you just now seeing me for the first time, honor to meet me. Honor to meet me. Hearts in the chat, I like it. Let's see. Yeah, it's gonna be a good conversation.
No, I'm excited for it, and it could only happen here.
It can only happen here. Because everybody else don't like to have these conversations. When they do, it's like a bunch of yelling and shouting, and I don't understand that.
I know a lot of people who seem to be against religion or have a problem with the Bible and stuff. They tend to know a lot of words and arguments that I've never even thought about. So, because I'm so busy studying the word, it's interesting to me.
I'll say that one more time.
Because I'm so busy studying the word, I'm not thinking of ways to discredit it. And they're finding these different type of words and these different arguments that I've never even heard in life.
And it's always going to be that because those people who do that challenge the word, like that's their, believe it or not, they're being used to do that.
Can you go in depth with that a little bit more?
Why would you focus on some shit that you don't believe in? Like shit, man. If I don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you. If I don't like you, I don't know you. Why would I even spend any time on you? This is some inner shit. This is the inner me shit. You know what I'm saying? Like for anybody to want to be around Christians, talk to Christians, and can't stand their own kind, there's something intriguing about what the fuck they don't believe in.
Do you think that comes from an experience and they're mad at God? Was it their inner self? What do you think it is?
They're mad at God or they're mad at the people who serve God because they look at their carnal self. But most of the time it's just curiosity and just wanting to see, okay, well, let me see if I can sharpen iron with these people or either confuse them or let's see if they can handle me. That's it. I want to see if they can handle me being an atheist. Since they're so Christian, since they believe so much. Let's see if they say the same shit that I've been in many conversations in, and they just, keep repeating themselves, just saying, so what the fuck is your point of doing all this and telling other people, especially people who don't believe? I mean, that's really the object. So Christians and higher elevated religious folks going at atheists, I mean, them niggas, shit, they've been pull out every scripture. Every instance, everything that they can, and I just want to see like, damn, so what is this? Yeah. So it's gonna be that because that's flow state. That's what he does.
That's so many. That's so many.
Yeah.
And I ask him, who do you cry out to when you're in pain or when you're going through spiritual warfare? They'll say nobody, myself. It's amazes me. But
Look,
this is how it was in the biblical days. People did not believe. They did other types of um, practices.
when you put on the mind of Christ, you're doing something to yourself. Like you're subscribing to an indoctrine. I mean, to a doctrine, and you're edifying yourself by applying it. So most of the things that we do, once we make the choice, we're ultimately doing it to ourselves. So if a person says, "Who do you pray to?" I pray to me. You're supposed to thank yourself. You're supposed to worship yourself. You're supposed to, because every time you look in the mirror, don't you fix your hair?
Yes.
Don't you fix your appearance?
Yes.
You have to. You ain't got no fucking choice. You can't just look in the mirror and not do anything to yourself. If you go in the mirror and not do nothing to yourself, what type of individual are you?
Right.
Is you're a person who don't believe in yourself?
I need to marinate on that a little bit more.
Don't worry. There's motherfuckers out here who look in the mirror and they don't see themselves and they add shit to themselves because they don't believe in themselves at
That
all.
is true. That can be true.
I'm telling you, this motherfucker I've seen real life. I ain't never seen no shit like that. I finally seen it in real life. A person who looks in the mirror and doesn't like their appearance, so they add to it.
I think a lot of people um, do that. I know people that will come on a live stream and do the craziest things, but they won't go back and watch their bad behavior. They can't face themselves.
That's what I'm saying. So it's an attitude, it's in perspective, it's in everything. Yeah, we back. Welcome back, Womack. So yeah, hell done froze over, y'all. It's cold as hell in hell right now. They selling ice cream in hell right now. They are literally selling ice cream in hell right now, yeah. Mm-mm-mm. So yeah, most people see religion as a way out, or as a as like cliff notes to fucking studying in a test or some shit like that. A lot of people just they cling to it because they can't cling to anything else. A lot of people can't even cling to friendship, so they cling to religion. A lot of people don't respect their parents, friends, mothers, wives, husbands. So some cling to religion. Now, those who don't cling to any religion and they cling to themselves, those are some strong people.
Yeah.
But eventually, you can see how far that strength goes.
Indeed.
I'm telling you, shit, because the difference between when I speak to people and they speak to people, I'm intentional about what the fuck I'm doing. But when I say they, I'm talking about people who are not intentional about the things that they do. Some people are just fucking, they just want the adrenaline rush. They're just talking to people. Some people are fucking bored. So they come to the internet because it's convenient communication.
People also view this as their community, it's their social. They don't get out. Either they're out too far or they have restrictions at home that they have to stay close to home, or they have social anxiety. And this is where they come for community.
Most definitely.
Welcome to Powder Dusty Flow State.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome, Powder Dusty, Mr. Flow State, the big bad wolf.
Indeed.
Ready to lose your faith?
Say it again.
I said, are you ready to lose your faith?
I already lost that shit. Fuck faith.
I'm just trying to do what Jesus did.
Oh,
Upset the organized religions. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
man.
let me shut my mouth until it's time.
Yeah, hey, I'm walking by sight right now. I can see into the fucking netherverse right now. Yeah, I'm all out of faith. I done did the faith walk. I done already did the blind shit. Nah, I can actually see. I see what's going on. I see what's going on here. Hell done froze over for us to have this conversation.
Yeah, ironically, I think that, and I know that Cynthia most people would disagree with me, but I think that I walk by more faith than people who are religious.
Yeah, because you started fucking you started going into like a hornet's nest full of Christianized hornets.
Well, and I just feel like if there's, like I said, if there's God, then, and he created everything, then the things that we don't know, it's by design. We're not supposed to know those things. So I'm good with it. Either way, I'm good with it, right?
Or we're supposed to try to figure them out.
Or figure them out. But what we're not supposed to do is lie, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that includes to ourselves.
Wow.
I don't even argue anymore, Duke.
No, that was pretty good. He said that, then he looked down and he's like, "Yeah, that's pretty fucking good." Yeah, I don't think people realize the magnitude of the mind of an atheist. Like they're really punctual about the things that they're trying to present. Like that shit is pretty cool. It's kind of like meeting a dragon in real life. They can like,
Yeah, run with that.
Have you ever met a fucking dragon? Shit. We've seen him in the medieval times and all those movies and stuff, and you know, it's a big old dragon. But then it's like once you're kindred to one, I mean, it becomes your dragon. Hello, dragon.
What do you think about that, Cynthia?
I've been thinking about it. Lately Flo has been mentioning that, you know, I love the, what do you love, the unlovable people? I love the snakes.
Oh yeah, she does. There's not one scumbag. She won't be their secret champion. They could be the biggest piece of shit on earth, and she'll be over there like sneaking them out, little drinks of water out to the dungeon.
Yeah.
And what I think about, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, even though like most of the people that she nurses back to health are people that I put out there, right? It's like mildly irritating, but I understand and I respect the fact that like there's a need for that role to be filled, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So every time you have a litter of puppies, you kick them out, and she's like, no, not. Why'd you kick the ugly one out?
It's like every time there's a thief in the town, and I catch him and I take him to the gallows, she's like out there, you know, giving him some food and shit, and it's like, what the fuck are you doing? But
why did they come to you in the first place?
That's a good question. I don't know. What Cynthia might know.
I'm not sure. I just know that from that I realize you can either bring out the good or the worst in people, and I choose to bring out good.
Oh, yeah.
and I can. But then there's other people that I'll just bring the worst out, whether it be intentional or unintentional. And I'm not sure what that is. Is that our spirits not getting along, or is it something bigger or a lesson that perhaps even I need to learn?
So basically, you're undermining and trying to usurp his insight by.
I don't take it that way.
No.
No.
There's a gentleman named Snaps that a lot of people have problems with. However, I did use him on a project, and he really shined in the project. He actually kind of took the shining role unexpectedly. And that is an example of what I mean of bringing the best out in people. I have, you know, people can see something is so broken, but I can shine it so beautiful that they will shine.
She's really good at managing fucked up people, which is why we're both here. Probably.
But I think about it for the times. I think about in biblical times when there were the outcasts and the lepers that people were ready to throw away, that there was always someone there still petitioning for them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, even the thieves got away with whatever they was doing, and Jesus was persecuted.
And like I said, I respect that there's a need for that role, and that she does that kind of naturally. And so, I don't, I think it's good. Someday, I'll be the one that everybody turns on, and again, it'll happen again, and then I'll be like, damn, thank God Cynthia's here doing this fucking.
Do you see how he just said that, y'all? In the midst of everything that he just said, he still said, thank God. That's crazy. That shit is crazy.
Indeed.
You're talking about an atheist. I told y'all, you stub your toe, you might say, God damn it.
Yeah, I do.
You might look and see a fine ass glass of whatever and say, oh shit, Jesus Christ. He just illustrated something and said, thank God.
The only thing I illustrated is that religious phrases have entered the common nomenclature.
Well, hey man, it's a part of your anatomy. It's in your DNA strand somewhere. It's in there.
So what's going on with this background?
StreamYard does an AI generating background thing. And so
is this hell that froze over?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was like, geez, all right, hell froze
over. What are you referring to? Hell freezing over, dude.
I mean, look at the picture.
Oh, I know, but what?
Oh, okay.
What is? Yeah.
So this is AI's concept of hell freezing over.
That's pretty cool looking.
Yeah. I was like, oh shit, look at this. This would be good for something. I didn't know I was going to use it today, but I mean now. But this was last night, so it's like, well, this is a beautiful concept. So I guess Satan is going to allow us, or the devil, or the good and evil is going to get out the way and watch us kind of play hacky sack.
Is
1 second.
Make sure to hit that like button.
Yeah, make sure y'all hit the like button. Black people who walk in the spirit, they're always kind of late. Being honest.
I know, which is.
Now go ahead.
No, go ahead. Did you see the video I sent you, Flo? I sent you the music video.
No, I saw that you sent me a link. I just assumed it was the link to this.
No, there's Dooney. Salute, Dooney.
Welcome. We got Dooney, and we got Flow State, the Powder Dusty, and we got Cynthia up here. I believe the Bishop Eli be on his way in a little bit, but Dooney, the guy sitting next to you is an atheist, so we want to have some good conversation.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, who we got next to me? I'm just who we got next to me?
My name's Taylor. I go by the Powdered Dusty. That's my channel. And I consider myself agnostic because I don't know what I don't know, right? And I think atheism claims to know that there is nothing, right? I don't know that there's no God. I do definitely strongly believe that whatever it is not any of the organized religions.
Okay. Power Dusty. Yeah, I would have to agree with that. Now that don't make me an agnostic or atheist.
That was quick, though.
The reason why I would have to agree with that because the divine is mysterious, and so it's a mystery. It never had a name to it. So when you compare it to religion, then you would have to go into deities, doctrines, and things that are put in place to indoctrinate the people or even colonize the minds of the people, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I know what you're saying. So the God I'm talking about is because we use God in that colloquial term in today's time to describe something that's divine or hidden or something supernatural that happens to us that we cannot explain. Then we identify that in the church or any type of temple through religions or doctrines. So what you're saying is you don't believe and you haven't been convinced that there is a God. And that's all the atheist is.
Well, yeah. So to put it more precisely, I do think I'm not a materialist. I don't think that we're just a body that the Big Bang and then evolution and then there's anything woo woo is just bullshit, right? I do believe that there's things, esoteric things that happen that we don't understand and can't explain. But
that's the point I'm talking about. Right. That's the point I'm talking about. See right there. That's where we come. Mm-hmm. That's where we have common interest. Goddamn me, I like him, dude. Where you get him at? It's enough said. Hey, I'm fucking with him, man. I'm fucking with him for real. Yeah, man. I'm gonna get dusty with him, man. I like you, man.
I like you too. All right, well then we're on the same page.
Okay, so basically, right now, I'd like y'all to kind of introduce yourselves and kind of give a summarization of who you are and where you've been, and just do that for him real quick, and he'll do the same, so y'all can kind of understand y'all's journey to this point. Because hell is frozen over, and right now we're at the cusp of greatness. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm gonna let you go ahead and go first, Dustin. What he just said.
All right. Well, like I said, my name's Taylor. My channel is The Powdered Dusty. I grew up in a, I don't know, like generic kind of white bread Christian household in Kansas City, right? Go to church every other week or something like that. It wasn't a huge deal. But it wasn't, I'm familiar with going to church and shit. Went to a Catholic high school, even though I'm not Catholic. I think about things critically. And if you look at religion specifically, this is group-based mind control. I'm sort of an armchair psychologist. I enjoy psychology as a hobby. Even I have a little training in it, but it's not my degree or anything. But if you look at it psychologically, you can look at religion, and it is basically exactly mirrors the stages of brainwashing, right? Which is breaking somebody down and then rebuilding them. The narrative that you're born bad and you need to be saved, and we have the solution. That is the brainwashing process.
Yeah.
So that's why I think that the main religions are not. They're all population control techniques, and yeah, that's kind of where I'm at.
So let me ask you this real quick before I go into my story. Is you said you was come up in the church a little bit, and you said but you went to a Catholic school, right?
I went to a Catholic high school. Yeah, Kansas City has. Yeah, Kansas City school district is really bad. The public schools were, and so there's a lot of Catholic schools around here to fill the void, and so I'm not Catholic, but I did go to a Catholic high school.
Okay, so you understand Catholicism, though, in a sense.
Yes.
Okay, and so when you went to church, what particular denomination were your parents?
We bounced around some, but Presbyterian is probably the one that we went to the most.
Okay. So basically, yeah. So they're just basically a Protestant part of the Protestant movement. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. When it comes to the Catholicism, Catholic Church. So we on the same page when it comes to that. So I get you. So I'm with you. And that's with my people. I'm just gonna say my people because I can't speak for your people or anybody else people. But when it comes to us being in the mindset of the church, and when it comes to us being in the mindset, this is where I come from because I come up under a non-denominational church that probably had a background of Baptist or Pentecostal or holiness or full gospel, right? And so they have their own interpretations of the King James Version. And so, but it's still a part of the Protestant movement when you start studying in the early 16th century, when Martin Luther put the theses on the doorway or the doorpost of the Catholic Church and said, we're gonna kind of switch this up a little bit. Basically, I'm just doing layman term, right?
Right,
and so
right.
that's where the Protestant movement came from, and all these different denominations came about. So even Presbyterian was one of those. Am I correct? Okay,
Yes,
so
you're
we
correct.
on the same page, dude. I fuck with Dusty, man. Dusty, see, I be trying to tell my people that, and my people say I'm crazy. So Dusty, listen, I'm crazy to a lot of people, man. And Duke, let me say this, man. 607 he owe me money now, man. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want my money from Charleston White no more. I want my money from 607 and he know what the fuck going on. And let me tell you something. Yeah, I got the angelic cup. He got the demon cup, and he is my assignment.
You took his holy grail?
Do what?
You took his holy grail?
Yes. So now hold on, slow down. Now I got the angelical cup. He has the demon cup, and God has made him my assignment. So I no longer now be worried about nobody else, be trying to mentor nobody else. So Duke, I have released you to Bishop Eli, and is someone I'm finna. Yes, I can't mentor you no more. So fuck you. So 607 I have to mentor him now, and God said that he is my assignment. Okay. So you on your own, Duke? You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of fucking with you like that. Bishop Eli already know what the fuck going on. Okay, so you are his property. He's gonna look over your soul. So Dusty, me and you gonna fuck around, man. Man, I like Dusty, man. Oh hell no, Duke. You done gave me a Jew now. We finna fuck around. Oh no, you did that. Yeah, on my
and
head.
as long as 607's handing out money, he owes me some money too. Then.
I'm building an alliance. Yeah, but go ahead, man. Let's go. What we talking about?
I need you to tell him who you are, and so he can kind of get to know you and how you know what I'm saying. Just give him a summarization.
Okay, well, just give him summarization, and you can check some of my stories out on Real Life Street Stars. You know, shout out to Real Life Street Stars. Shout out to the Bar Report. You know, shout out to Duke Faro. You know, those are the type of podcasts that really been reaching out to me, or I be reaching out to them, or we be on that same page. But basically, man, I'm just someone that's from the streets, man. Oak Cliff, Dallas, Texas, a country boy. I'm Texas born, Texas raised. You know, I was born in Vernon, Texas, but I was raised here in Dallas in the subdivision of Oak Cliff. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to DFW. You know what I'm saying? That is my city. That's my city. That's my city. You know what I'm saying? So basically, I got introduced to the church just being caught up in some of the activities in my community. And I don't really want to go all the way down through there about that because that's my past. But just know that I'm a product of my community that has found something that was supernatural that touched me, but it touched me through the church. You know what I'm saying? And through the religion of Jesus Christ, because that's what was introduced to me at my vulnerable state, or at my state of being low. We'll just say that, right? Because everybody have their own divine experience of being low and at a vulnerable state or hitting rock bottom supernaturally to whatever trying to find themselves. And so I was introduced to the doctrine of Jesus Christ, you know what I'm saying, in the non-denominational church. So I began to study. I began to sit up under pastors, from small pastors that are priests, you know what I'm saying, to medium-sized pastors that study other different denominations of full gospel, Baptist, Presbyterian, Lutheran, you know what I'm saying? And then last but not least, one of the biggest mega pastors in the country, which is Bishop T.D. Jakes. I sit up under his ministry as well. My profession as a barber, so I was cutting his hair for a while to where I had a personal relationship with him at a specific time, and to where I sit up under his ministry as well and became a minister on his shepherd staff, you know what I'm saying, at one point in time. And so I got to experience a small church, medium church, as well as a mega church in the whole movement of the faith-based initiative. You get what I'm saying? From Joel Osteen, being on tour with Acquire the Fire, with Run Loose, with some of the Team Mania, some of these people that Josh McDowell, and I know you have heard of some of these great names because you yourself have grown up in the church, whether it was Presbyterian or Lutheran, you were still exposed to a lot of these gospel artists, right? And preachers.
I know who Joel Osteen is.
Yeah, Kenneth Copeland. You know, I can just go
I love
on.
Kenneth Copeland.
Yeah, man, that's my guy, man. I wish I would have met him, man. I never got to meet him, man. But I come up under his ministry. I come up under Robert Tilton's ministry. You know what I'm saying? The man that put the hand on the screen. You know what I'm saying? I know who that is back in the day. You know, Prophet Elijah, Robert Tilton. He would put his hands on the screen and heal people through the healing of his hand. And last but not least, I come up under the ministry of Benny Hinn. Benny Hinn to throw his goddamn coat in the audience and everybody fall.
They're some of the best hustlers on earth.
Ooh, boy, you better wake up the whole generation of saints. You better cut that shit out, Dusty. You getting dirty now. But nah, I love Dusty, man. Dusty, we gonna fuck around, man. But nah, let go, dude. Let go. But nah, it really ain't about me. So it's not about religion with me no more. But I do believe in something that's supernatural. I believe in something that goes beyond my human comprehensions. You know what I'm saying? But I can't call it. I can't, because I've did studies. I've tried to find it through text. I've tried to find it through this. And I've come to find out that man has been on the same search I have, which is trying to find out what that mystery system is. And so in their studies and in their scholarship, they have found good documentation that you can document. But once you read all those documentations from Dead Sea Scrolls to scrolls from text, then you begin to connect your own dots psychologically if you got some goddamn common sense. But anyway, I'm done. That's it. Goddamn me. I like Dusty, man. Dusty, man, he just pulled my goddamn thoughts out, man. You know what I'm talking about? Let go, Dusty.
All right. So is there a God outside of religion that created everything?
That right there, I'm going to say, because I'm a humble man and because I don't know it all, you know what I'm saying? But I do know a little bit, and I know enough to know that the things that I have been taught about God, and we're just saying the word God in the colloquial term, but that which is divine are all the gods and the religions and all the deities that go with those religions are just trying to identify with something that's just unseen, that you cannot see. So I would have to just say this, Duke, that's a good question, but no, nobody knows God. Nobody has seen God. You know what I'm saying? If you have, then you have to explain who he is and what he look like, and then we'll go from there.
All right,
go ahead.
Second, let me introduce CJ Dipper. I know y'all seen America's Got Talent, and the young white kid who was rapping. This is him. He's a grown individual.
Oh yeah. What up,
afternoon, gentlemen. How y'all feeling?
I'm a big fan of Dipper. What's up, little homie?
Man, it's a good day. Blessings on blessings. Do more.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's Angelical right there, man. I know Dipper, man. Hell yeah.
So Dipper is in the building, man, and he's one of them ones, and he's gonna do more good for the future. And
that's what's up.
He's been waiting on these conversations. I talked to him the other day, and he was like, "Man, throw me in there." So I was like, "All right, here we go." So
all right, let go.
So I love the route y'all are headed. So touching base at where we at. So can y'all catch me up like at where we at? Just like the last little 15 seconds.
Yeah, just introduce yourself, and basically, I asked the question: is there God outside of? Is there a God that created everything outside of religion?
Oh, okay. Yeah, absolutely. God is the thing that perceives you as a being. When you get up and you say, "I am Dooney the priest," or "I am Duke Pharaoh," the thing that says, "I am Duke Pharaoh" is God.
Woo! Now, so you had to get that from the Old Testament. I don't mean to interrupt you, but that's what the Bible said, that they told, that the bush told Moses to go back and tell Pharaoh that I don't have a name. Just tell him that I am the what?
I am.
Okay, we done. See, I know I fuck with this. I know I fuck with him for a reason.
Then we gonna skip to the New Testament. Luke 17:21. The Pharisees are harassing Jesus because he liked to stir up trouble. You know what I'm saying? He didn't like what they were doing. He didn't like them collecting money off the drip. So they asked him. They said, "When are we gonna see heaven? You keep talking about this heaven. When are we gonna see heaven?" And he said, "You never gonna see it because it's within you."
Hey, tell them where you find that at, Dipper. Tell them where you find that at. We gotta have Mr. Eli on this one, man.
Luke 17:21, man. Luke 17:21.
Already, thanks, Luke. Now, Dipper. I know we use Luke all the time. Okay, we use them scriptures. Those are good scriptures. They got good nuggets in them, and like I've always said, that them texts have good golden jewels in them, right? But we know that was never a Luke, right?
Yeah, that's a white boy's name.
Okay, and then I know I'm supposed to do.
That's a white boy's name. They wouldn't know Luke in Israel. They wouldn't know in old Palestine. They wouldn't know Luke. They wouldn't know Luke.
Hey, dude,
his name was.
Dude, you got some hitters on here tonight, dude. You got some goddamn hitters on here tonight, boy. I fuck with you, man.
The universe is the best of the best, and I'm sitting there like I'm astonished. Like, wow.
Look, this is my Jesus. This is my
No,
Jesus.
let him cook. Let him cook, dude. Go ahead, Dipper. Let him cook for a minute. Let him cook. Go ahead.
You see they got them afros?
That's wow.
And then you see Jesus. Look, Jesus he just got a perm.
God damn. Hold on, man.
You see the noses?
But hold on. So some would think we mocking God, and we're not mocking God. Let's clear that up. Let's make a disclaimer, because nobody on here is perfect. We're not claiming to be. We're not claiming to be no holy.
God, it's them fucking Catholics. It's them Jews. It's them Muslims. It's all them motherfuckers that's out here trying to say something that's physical. It's something that can be worshipped. Even Christians. We come to this ideology that we have to worship an image. And Catholics worship the image of Mary. Muslims pray to a damn box. And Jews kiss a wall. So, you know,
come on, Dusty. Come on, you gotta get dirty too, Dusty. Come on, you gotta
get dirty. Going down the rabbit hole. How many books? I bet you know. I don't even know the number, bro.
66.
Yeah, and then how many are there actual, like in the Ethiopian one?
Oh, there's a ton of them. There's a ton that weren't included.
Right.
Bro, it's
but
bad,
you know the Catholic Church is who made that Bible.
It's so and Judaism helped create the Catholic Church. It's so weird, bro.
Yeah.
I think that Christianity is not a continuation of Judaism. It's an inversion of it. If you look at it, they changed everything. They took one God and made three. They took God and made man. They killed God. They moved the Sabbath. It's in every way. Christianity is the inversion of Judaism.
Now let me explain something to y'all about the Kemetic teaching.
You got to be careful jumping into these topics on YouTube.
It's time to jump.
It's okay though, because Revelations 3:9 says, "Beware of the synagogue of Satan, who called themselves Jews, but they are not."
Well, hold on. Well, see, I get that. I'm gonna let you cook.
We're talking about the religion, not the ethnicity.
No, no.
Gotcha. Yeah. So
that would probably be Duke Faro and Dooney the Priest type colored people.
Well, I would let some would argue you on that, but all I'm saying is this: when it comes to the Kemetic teachings, they never looked at God in the sense of a European thinking. When it comes to God in the ideology of a symbol. Okay, they had symbols and things like that have meaning to them, but they understood that it connected to a most divine being. You know what I'm saying? And at that time, they named that particular being Amun Ra. But those just attributes, all those particular hieroglyphics and things like that. And then we had the science of the order, which is the principles of Ma'at, 42 admonitions of Ma'at, which was negative confessions, and 10 of those were constructed or taken from a peripheral and made out of the 10 commandments. So shout out to USA, man, for at least putting the 10 commandments back in the school.
That makes sense.
Because we do need order. We gotta have order though, Dipper. We gotta have order. Go ahead.
Truth. All of that is truth. This is all truth. This is all pre-flood truth. Lord Thoth was a god, the great scribe of Egypt, that was taking responsibility for building the pyramids himself. He was the son of Enki, and he was family with Enlil. These are like great pyramid wards that predate the flood.
So let me ask, can I ask you this? Because I see you astute in Egyptology. Let me ask you and Dusty real quick, and I'm gonna let y'all cook on this. When it comes to documentation, if you're gonna document any type of religion or any type of ideology of a concept of a god, what documentation would you say the oldest documentation is? Because in our community or in the
Enuma Elish,
we think the pyramids are. But go ahead.
The Enuma Elish and the Emerald Tablets.
Ooh, you finna start something now. I'm gonna get out of that one. I'm gonna jump out right here.
Hey, what's that language, bro? What's that?
Sumerian.
Ancient Sumerian. Yeah, that's where Father Abraham lived.
Well, we need we got some scholars in here. What, we got theologians in here? Well, talk to it. Let me see.
But see, here's my problem
Who
with
wants to
that.
cook?
There were burnt sacrifices. There were a lot of child sacrifice, like the god Moloch in the Old Testament. Like there were a lot of like god
That wasn't
sacrifices.
Moloch. That was, I mean, Yahweh. Also, that's why the story of
Yeah,
Abraham and Isaac, when Abraham was told by God to sacrifice a kid, he thought that that's what was going to happen because that was the nature of God back then. Yahweh.
so I say you got to be careful with some of these old, like that ties into the in the Old
That was
Testament
dope.
because a lot of it could be fallen angels. A lot of it could be negative
Well,
spirits.
I mean, but if you believe in the Bible, which I think I guess I assumed you did. I don't know if you do or not, but I assumed you did. If you believe in
Yeah,
the Bible as
yeah.
the Word of God, then you believe it's the same God all the way through, right? It wouldn't be a spirit or a fallen angel.
I find myself kind of in the middle there because I do see Jesus Christ as the one sovereign God, but the reason I perceive that is because if you know that time and space is an illusion and the universe is within you and you're sovereign within that, walking on water should be a piece of cake. And then like if you know that the Anunnaki we're working with,
What do you mean
well, see,
time and
damn it,
space is
now
an
see,
illusion?
now we're going back to the Anunnaki, which kind of contradicts me saying that they could be fallen angels. They could be fallen angels and real angels, maybe. Who knows? But they were working with surrogates. They were creating beings, and so Mary was a virgin according to the Bible. So if she gave birth to Jesus, maybe the Anunnaki were working on Mary.
Maybe the Anunnaki was
And
working on what?
that's a good point, right? If you were cast out of heaven and an Anunnaki or what do you call them? The half breed,
The Nephilim.
the right. If you were a Nephilim, right? What is the narrative you would tell about yourself? You would say that you're God's son, right? You would say that God made you sacrifice, right? It'd be sort of a self woe is me, right? Nobody sees themselves as the bad guy when they tell their story. And I assume that if a Nephilim would tell their story about falling from heaven or whatever and getting cast out by God, kind of similar to the Jesus story. Look at me, look what I'm doing for you. Just pray to me.
You can tell
The only thing you got to do to get into heaven is tell me I'm God.
You can tell a tree by the fruit that it bears, though. At least for Jesus, I don't know about the other influences. And the fruit that he bears is none of those egoic things. It's
Are you kidding me?
No. Tell me.
Well, so before we jump into those, what you want to know is every person that I've like came across that I was like, this guy's pretty spiritual, found the same understandings that Jesus was talking about as far as I am God, the universe is within me, all things are now present, omnipresent consciousness. And it's almost like Jesus, like okay, for example, like I'll throw out some names like Jim Morrison. That would be a person who is very deep on that cosmetic river of consciousness talk. These people that are in numerology, ones and zeros, all the Hinduism that talks about layers of consciousness, and then Nada Brahma says that the universe is a vibration. Buddhism talks about nirvana, right? And it's like being at peace with the oneness of everything. And so like if you look at the actual teachings and you think about it, it's just a man awakening within God himself.
I
And
think that was Jesus' whole message, by the way, and I do see him like that.
It's got to be, right?
He was the guy who said, no, don't give me credit for doing these things. You could do the same shit I can do. He was that dude.
Like when Kanye went down the same road and had a damn ego death.
So how
shit.
How does an atheist get on that journey? How does an atheist come to see that oneness?
Well, the first thing you do is you don't have to call him Jesus. That would help. That name shit kind of screws shit up, right? And if that atheist is chasing mercy, forgiving, truth, and love, unconditional love, he's probably found Jesus already and calls him something different.
Wow.
Yeah, because because
See how you explain that? That was
Jesus is
deep,
just a
wasn't
bunch of 30, 40 different names, but it's like an invisible shield, really. Like without the name, there's an invisible trampoline behind you if you fall.
it?
So basically, what was being illustrated is that when an atheist speaks upon the unseen and the esoteric, the names and the terms and the doctrine that have been presented, they're just trying to find another way to say it.
That's what all my man just sat up here and explained how all these religions had the same thing in common. So yes, all of them call them different gods and name them as Allah, it's God, it's Jehovah, and argue over it. But it always seems to be the same thing. If they stop arguing about where and when shit took place, it is the same fucking thing, man.
And I think it's important to remember Jesus said, "I am the guaranteed way." That motherfucker never said, "I'm the only way." So that's important to remember too. It says in
I didn't know that.
Revelations.
I didn't know
Are you
that.
sure?
I'm not 110% sure.
I don't think he's right.
I may be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. And in the Revelations, it says those that soak their white cloth will still walk with their, with their Father in heaven. So,
Yeah.
maybe we all go to heaven, bro. Like maybe
and one of those lost books, I think, or one of the books that didn't make the Bible, I think Jesus said that I'm going to whisper in your ear and tell you a secret, because he was, like, how the fuck you let people burning down forever? And he told him, he's like, listen, they don't go forever. Everybody gets released at some point.
Well, as far as my belief in my teachings, like I believe that Jesus died on the cross for my sins so that I could go to heaven. So I'm not sure if those who don't believe that will go. And my big question is, why do you want to go to a place, to a God you don't believe in?
Well, because the alternative,
I'm still with you there, sister. That's why I'm on the middle line.
Because the alternative is hell, is eternal torture. So when presented with those two options, go to the heaven that you don't think is really there, which is perfect paradise, right? These are the two options we're given. We're saying, well, I don't actually think that these options being presented is reality.
You should be counted as a traitor.
I understand where you're going, Flo.
But if on the off chance that it is the case that you're right and I was mistaken, I don't want to go to get tortured for all eternity. Nearly as much as you want to say, well, you went there because it's what you wanted and you deserve it. And now,
that's probably all religions have a bit of
that. There's an old fucking Buddhist prophecy, bro, where like they asked the Buddhist, like, what are you gonna do when you go to heaven? And he's like, I ain't going to heaven. I'm gonna go to hell. They're like, what the fuck is she talking about? And he go, oh no, I'm going to save souls. I'm bringing them to heaven.
Wow. But then he's already in hell. He's doing his job right now. That is this place, and that is his task here. This is.
I just think that the whole thing is the concept of heaven and hell. A is something that nobody. It's purely speculative. Speculative. And B, it trains people to devalue the present and their lives.
Oh my God! Yes.
People give a lot fewer fucks about their life if they think it's just a staging area for whatever happens after. And if they're taught that, say, the flesh is bad, this earth is the devil's, blah blah, all this bullshit that makes followers of these religions devalue their life in real time.
I guess that begs the definition of what is hell, because if you're thinking, when it sounds like you're talking about the fiery pit of so and so, or if you don't act right, then yes, you certainly have a point. But if there are other hells, and I think there are other hells, I don't even picture that one when I think of hell. Then you have an argument for hell.
The Bible says the wages of sin is death. It doesn't say the wages.
I don't actually believe the Bible is the word of God.
Hell is not eternal life in a fire. Hell is death.
The Bible also says a righteous man dies every day, though. So
first death is
I view hell as
all die once.
I view hell as the absence of God. So just imagine everything that God does, whether you be a believer or a non-believer, but all the protections, grace, and mercy he gives you, all of the sudden it's all taken away.
But
No more.
wouldn't there be remnants of God in hell if he created it?
Eternal separation
Yeah,
from
that would be
God
if you
just
could
means you're
recognize it.
dead.
Yeah.
You know what it don't say
When
though?
you're
It don't
dead, you're
say
dead.
believe in Satan and you're gonna go to heaven. It say believe in God and you're gonna go to heaven. It don't say you gotta believe in hell and you're gonna go to heaven. It never say that. So I don't know
Yeah, I
why as
mean,
Christians
I
we
don't
got
think the
this.
Bible really barely speaks about hell at all.
It's not.
I think only twice, and
That's
it's
the
not
church,
what they're
bro.
talking about.
Yeah, it's the church, and so I don't know.
So can I add one question? Because I'm gonna stay right there where we at. If someone do something bad, let's say kill someone or someone steal, is those are two different type of sins? And if they kill someone and they die, you know what I'm saying, wrongfully or whatever, and they die, do they go to heaven or hell?
I don't think it's
The
anything
person that
else
got
on
killed or the murderer? Yeah, I don't.
Or the murderer, the one that did the bad thing, or the thing
I
that the
don't.
Hell
one.
is not a
Well, did they
hell is
believe
not a
that?
place. It's a
Did,
Yeah,
state of death. The
I
wages of
don't
sin
think
is death.
Oh,
It's eternal
hell.
separation from God. It says that the wicked will be ashes under our feet. They're burnt up and they no longer exist. Hell is simply the second death. Everyone dies once. It's the second death. But if you're born twice, you only die once. If you're born once, you get to die twice.
I think I
That's
understand.
biblically.
damn!
I don't think anybody understands. What the fuck are you talking about?
That's
I think he
Wow.
Like
said if
people,
you're born
this is
once
don't
and you
people
listen
come
get
here,
so
Very
you
used to
simple.
say
don't listen.
people get
yeah.
used to so used to saying these quips like
Here,
born
read
again and
this
shit
book.
that nobody ever stops and
I've
thinks.
actually researched the
Okay, you
fucking
talk
thing. I
now.
got a book
You reach.
on it.
I see you have a book that you've never cracked the spine on. Show me the spine.
Dooney,
I
going back to
know this
your
book
question,
in
Show
and
me the
out.
spine. Show me the
I've
spine.
listened to audio on it. I don't.
Okay, you listen to the audiobook.
You want me to
They
tell you there's 4 views of hell?
No, I understand them. There's no good reason to believe any of them. Why do you believe any of them are real? Because you read
Listen,
about it
God
in a
is
different book.
merciful. God is merciful.
The Bible is your
There's
idol.
That's a
not
You
good
worship a
reason to
eternal
false
believe in
idol.
heaven.
hell is not eternal life. Hell just means death.
Just
Eternally
repeating
separate
yourself.
from God,
Yeah,
you're fucking dead.
he's
It's
just gonna
called the
blast.
second death. The wages
You
of sin is death, not eternal life in the burning
We've
pit.
heard it. You're just being louder about your same dumb shit.
yeah, improve your arguments, not your volume, yo.
He never
That's
does. I've
some
been
shit
talking to this
out the
dude for
Torah,
3
bro.
years. He's never improved a single argument.
That's church.
You just hate God. What?
Dooney,
Why
to
do you hate
answer
God?
your
All right, Dooney, go back to what you were saying so we can bring it.
well, I was
bring
going
it
to
back.
answer. Can I answer his question
Go
real
ahead.
quick? He
Yeah.
asked,
Yeah,
if
let her
somebody,
answer. She got
if somebody unalive somebody, would they go to heaven or hell? And I think it all falls down to do they believe that Jesus died on the cross for their sins? And if they do, then yes. And if not, then no. But it wasn't because of that one
I'm not
act.
sure that makes sense. Saying, what if I believe that he died on the cross for my sins? Can I just go around and murder people now?
No, that's not what I'm saying. He asked the question is if they did it, could they pass? Would they still go to heaven? That is it. The question you asking is a totally different question. But to answer Dooney's, that's would be my answer.
God overcame death. He died for us, overcame the second death. So if you're born twice, if you're born twice, you only die once. If you're not reborn, you'll die the second death.
Rocky,
The
you're like a
second
fucking
death.
platitude machine.
Hold up,
Will
hold
you
up.
shut up and
I'm gonna give
engage
him.
your brain?
I'm gonna give him another chance, Dusty. Hold on, I'm trying to perceive this. Can you say it again, bro?
Bro,
Say it in
he's gonna
different
lead you
words,
around in
Rocky.
circles and just tell you platitude after platitude.
Yeah, you're just saying
Not
the
a
same words over
platitude.
and over
It's
again.
a
Can you
So,
fucking
so
devise
what
it
about
platitude.
differently?
hold on, wait, a second. One more time.
Here, if
Okay.
I could, if
You know what this? Do you know that the second death is? That you know what the second death is? If you're not a believer, if you're not born again, you will die the second death. You will die. You will no longer exist. You understand? We all die physically once, and then we die the second death.
Which doesn't mean it's
But
eternal, is what you're insinuating.
It is eternal.
I think he's
You just
insinuating
don't
the
exist no
opposite.
more. Unless you don't exist anymore. You're not eternal life in a lake of fire. It says in the Bible that the wicked will be ashes under our feet. That means they'll be burnt up for eternity. They'll be no longer
So it
exist
isn't.
for eternity.
And the other guys
They'll
move
be,
on, Rocky.
yeah, go ahead, move on.
I'm asking, and the other guys move on. The people who did do good, they move on to somewhere else. Yeah.
Those who believe, it says the wages of sin is death. The free gift of God is eternal life. So yes, if you believe, you have eternal life. You're born again. You're born twice.
All right, so let's bring it back to center. We got Bishop Eli in here as well. So we got a lot of mentalities on here. So we need to we gotta one at a time, and then we also have to respect each other's let's say less than necessary, and let's get it off. But go finish doing it so you can
Hey y'all.
go. Doing it, you heard me? Oh, he froze. He'll come back. Anybody else want to finish out that question?
Do people go to heaven or hell if they do? Murderers go to heaven or hell? I think that there's a big presupposition baked into it, which is that those are the two options, right? That's I think the answer, the only honest answer is that who knows?
Under those
that's what we. Welcome to Bishop. Hey man, this a bad platform right here, man. This a tough platform right here, man. You can't come over here with all that nonsense about the church. You can't come over here with all that nonsense about Jesus. You can't do none of that on this platform. You got to know what you're talking about and talk about what you know about. So what do you know about? I'm going to get the fight started right now.
He just did. He under a microscope now. Let's hear it, bro. Shit.
There's always somebody in New York already. I'm in New York already. There's always somebody on the platform that's gonna say something crazy. So I don't know if he full of that weed or what. Something wrong with him. But we gonna
praise be to the Most Highest, man.
Okay, well let me ask this. Let's put this in the atmosphere. Can an atheist receive atonement?
Yes.
Even if they don't believe in anything that's been indoctrinated to us.
Absolutely.
Receive atonement.
Absolutely. I think so. I think God is going to see the truth in himself, because all this happened was it was a consciousness that saw something within himself, and so it multituded itself into multiple beings that happen to be on a podcast right now talking to each other, but essentially we're just an extension of each other. God is within, so when this all comes back, God is going to be the only thing left.
So now when Jesus said, we are one, I am God, if you look at it like that, and you're two things at the same time, you're separate and you're part of a collective, and now shit seems to be a lot more logical.
I mean,
the flesh, that's what they talk about, the flesh.
I looked up that verse and it says, I am the way, the truth, and the light, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. So
that's John chapter 14, verse 6.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Hold on. Excuse me, I ain't want to interrupt. What did he say? I want to make sure I heard him clear.
He said, Jesus said in John, what it said, John chapter 14, verse 6, that I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man coming to the goddamn Father but by me. That's what he said.
No. He said something before that. That's right.
Okay.
I thought he said.
Flo just said.
That's what I said.
I got another one that can back that.
I thought
verse
somebody
too.
said Jesus said he was God. That's what I thought I heard. I'm okay. Excuse.
Jesus said, when I die, you're going to realize that I am in my Father, you are in me, and I am in everything.
Right.
Jesus overcame death.
And that is quite different. I am the way.
Then, Rocky, did Jesus die for our sins?
He died for everyone's sins.
Is he alive now?
Yes, he is.
Did he die?
He believe in like
well,
three deaths.
Dusty, what is death?
You know, he
He
believed like 3 of
overcame
them.
death.
Death is when you're not alive anymore. You
But
can't be alive
what's
and dead at the
alive?
same time. I mean, we can play this reductive game where we question everything to where we basically just gaslight and
it's not a
undermine the meaning of all the
game.
words.
It's a question. Like, I think death isn't real, bro.
Okay, I don't know about that. That's above my pay grade.
Me too.
I don't know how you think that.
Most scholars would agree with me.
You think most scholars think that the chicken that you eat is alive?
I think death is an illusion. I think if time and space is a measurement, if everything is moving, where are these straight lines coming from, brother?
Bro.
What straight lines?
The ones that you're perceiving. You perceive the little circle that.
That was not a straight thought.
Eli.
Can I
You
say
see what I'm
something?
saying?
Did you
Everything's in motion. Inertia.
I agree with the rest of that. The straight line shit, I just didn't understand. I thought there were no straight lines in nature. You're like all these straight lines.
There's no straight lines in nature. It just doesn't have anything to do with anything.
So my point being, if we perceive straight lines,
y'all hear my voice? 1 second, everybody. Go ahead, Eli.
They're kin to death.
I want to ask a question. I'm gonna say something. I don't know if he smoked some weed or some kush or something because he talking with that kush thinking. You don't believe in death. You don't believe that we can die. That don't even make sense because every day your body get older and older. If your belief system don't change facts, it don't make sense. And so you can believe a whole lot of things. You can say a whole lot of things. I done heard people say they don't believe in the sky and they looking at the sky. So there's a lot of things we can say that sound good to you, but to us, we know you ain't got no sense. So, but
he'd have to have a different definition of death.
Let me say this here. If you're dealing with anything in life, first of all, you got to understand there's something that opinion and there's something that's a fact. Opinion is that you think you know something that you don't know. That's opinion. A fact is you done saw some people die before, and you tell them they really didn't die. So where they went? They went hide somewhere. Y'all play too much. And so the thing is, there's something you don't have to fight against. Anybody that say something like that, I think they done ran out of conversation and they just want to say something.
I think you should take the time. You weren't done. Go ahead.
That say you don't believe in air and believe in breathing. Okay.
No. Let me reword myself, brother. What I mean to say is that I don't think that
you confused
the
me.
on the human body is the death. Like death is as even as Christians, we look at death as like an end. Like the expiration of our body, that's not significant.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
It is.
It seems
significant.
In a way.
Anybody believe in me shall never die. Okay, now you making some sense. I thought you been smoking that stuff, doing it be smoking.
No, I ain't trying to hold you, OG.
No. So what leads you to believe that death is not a significant thing?
Well, for one, if
you just misspoke,
you're not wanting
there,
to
don't
Bible
fight this
theology to correct anything. So if we're trying to step out of the Bible to talk about these type of subjects, it's going to be kind of hard.
Well, so here, let me back and just tell you where I'm
got
going.
a question for the
we have if you God gave us basically two ways of understanding the world around us: personal experience and logic. And what you just said flies in the face of both of those things.
Nah, I think it flies
really
with logic.
How many disembodied spirits have you talked to, Joe?
That's not the only proof of or logical line that could lead you to believe that there's something after your physical flesh leaves.
Okay,
there's multiple accounts of people experiencing like dimethyltryptamine, like they're smoking DMT and they're having these near death experiences, and it's almost the same thing as when someone explains when they're about to die.
Getting high. And
a
is
significant
not the
amount
same
of
thing as
DMT
dying.
come out. But listen, hold on, let me speak some science facts real quick. Hold on. DMT come out when you die. DMT come out when you sleep. DMT come out when you bored. So at the very end of the day, bro, it seems that life is continuous and death is not that significant, brother.
DMT comes out in your physical brain, your physical body.
It comes out of your pineal gland when you die.
Right, that's your physical body. That thing rots.
Yeah,
if you
but
believe,
there's
if you
monks.
believe
They
in,
have bowls of monks that have turned into crystallized beings after they died because this DMT is so
I'll have
strong.
to Google some shit now. What the hell
It's
you talking
real.
about?
It's real. If we're talking about, so it's like, well, if
listen to me.
on some shit, Dusty,
no, you're missing it.
the lost books of Jesus they found in a Buddhist temple. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of jumping off subject, but it's kind of
I'm
cool.
not sure that
Idea
they
to throw out
did.
there.
They found them in Qumran
What I'm
It's
saying
called
first.
the
is, if
Holy
you believe,
12. It's called the Holy 12.
if you believe in a non-physical soul, then why would it matter if the physical body excretes a physical chemical at death?
Repeat that one more time.
If you believe that after death, our disembodied spirit goes on somewhere to heaven or hell or whatever, then what happens to our body in our body should not matter, right?
Yeah. It's not that significant either. It's coincidental, and I think it's important to recognize.
Bishop Eli, you're muted if you're talking to us.
Go ahead, Eli. I got you. Go ahead.
I'm asking, do you believe in the boogeyman? Now,
Hell
you see
nah.
how crazy. Okay. You see how crazy that sounds? Now, I throw that out there to say this here. I am trying to grab something that's gonna help me. Now, if you don't believe that you don't never die, let me use this here example because I can agree with you. Jesus said, any man that believes in me shall never die. I understand what Jesus mean about that. He wasn't talking about a physical death. He was talking about a spiritual. So the Bible said, blessed are those who take part of the first resurrection, for the second death has no power over him. So I can agree with that if that's what you're saying. But if you're talking about a physical death, you don't have to get no science. It ain't no scholars. It ain't no preacher have to talk to you. You don't need no school teacher. All you gotta do is just live. Keep living. Keep living.
And you'll be
When you
proven
Exactly.
wrong.
So I'm agreeing
we're
with
gonna make a bet.
everything
Hold
you
on, we're
got
gonna
to
make a
say.
bet. Since you don't believe in death, we're gonna make a bet. When you die, I get to keep all your stuff. And if you don't die, watch it here, then I catch and pay you back in the next world. Because all the
Okay,
stuff
word,
you
Bishop.
saying, but hold up, I'm gonna say that all the stuff that you saying, I think that's some of that stuff. You know how y'all just, you know how you drink and get high and just start saying stuff that don't make sense. Now I heard a lot of people gonna say stuff. This the first I can kind of look over it. It was
You robot it out, pimp.
educated.
I just, for
If
one,
Duty
I'll
was
say
saying it,
I'm
then I
gonna look
kind of
into a lot
I
of the
can run
stuff
with it.
we've touched base on, but I do encourage you to look into death is an illusion, life is an illusion. I do encourage you to look into what DMT does in our life and how it affects everything on planet Earth. I'm not saying
Life ain't no
Don't
illusion we living right now.
misdescribe.
That can't be true. Life ain't no delusion. You can make that up.
Jesus spoke. Hold on, wait a minute. Jesus spoke all the
Don't
time
listen to
about
this
this not
guy.
being a real place. All the time. What is you
Is
talk?
that
What are we
true?
talking about here?
Tell me when, because I don't believe this is a real
No, he
place.
didn't.
But
Is
tell me when
murder?
Jesus said
I'm
that.
looking at you. You real.
Well, let him answer that. When did Jesus say? You
Man,
say he said
All
it
right,
so
one
many
at
times.
a
He
time.
talked about it a lot.
One. Hey, one
He
at a
talks
time,
about this
y'all.
being a temporary place that don't really exist.
That might be different from
That's
that don't really
it's what
exist.
is
You don't know any
DMT?
quotes or anything.
DMT
Why
is
are
a
we so
gateway to
concrete on
demon
this
possession.
existence? What is
I
so
don't believe it
special
is.
about
I
having a
started.
heart and blood and flesh?
it's
What's
the
so
only
important?
thing that we know we get.
I know that I exist pre-flesh. I can
How
perceive
the
my body
fuck
right
do you
now.
know that?
Because I say I have a body. So I'm perceiving my body. So there's something perceiving my body outside of my body. That's consciousness, brother.
Well, you
Were your
could be
parents
wrong by
related?
saying I have a body. You
Don't
could
start
just
being
be wrong.
disrespectful because I'm gonna hop off here. I got 40,000 subs. I'll get off here quick.
Yeah, no disrespect,
Now don't
everybody.
quit. Hey, boss man, don't quit, cause you teaching me something. You teach me how to be more dumber. Now what?
And what the subs got to do with sensitivity?
Hey,
you teaching me something.
hold
So don't get off. Don't get in your feelings. Now, if you don't die, you shouldn't have feelings. Anything that died, don't have feelings. You should get out your emotions.
Now listen, everybody.
We really probably
I
shouldn't
wanna,
have feelings. But that's a whole different conversation.
Now check this out. Now I wanna.
You think Adam and Eve had feelings? Other than just natural love and intercourse and shit like that? Like,
I got a question.
Hold on, watch
for the
this.
panel.
Let me say this. Now, in my observation, I'm listening to a lot of spiritual people and one atheist talk, right?
Okay.
Like I'm gonna keep it as simple as possible. I'm listening to 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe six spiritual people and one atheist talk. It's bottlenecked into we're not talking about what we should be talking about. We're only focusing on like the things that are of the scene. Like, how do we get past this point? How do we get to the unseen part of the conversation? Because it's a lot of gems that have been dropped. And like I say, Bishop Eli and Dooney, they ain't talked to a lot of people like CJ Dipper and Dusty on the internet yet. Now they done came across 607 but there are people.
I think you gotta have an ego death. I think you gotta have a real ego death and accept Jesus as a savior and shit. Like, you know,
and if it's not an ego death accepting Jesus Christ, what level of consciousness do you have to have respect
existence
or exist? What level of consciousness is that outside of religion? What is that?
What's the
question? What level
dude?
of consciousness is existence?
No, I'm
the
saying
highest frequency ever. Oh,
yeah. So what is that? If it's not being born again or believing, what level of consciousness? What is that? Is that drinking some wine, DMT? Is that the Kundalini awaken? What is that outside of
religion? It's awareness. It's awareness. So awareness just kind of sits on the shelf. And it said Jesus said, if you want to hear me and disown me, you might as well cut your ear off. So awareness sits on the shelf and looks at you with a big old eyeball. And you can look back at it or you can turn your head to it.
So what is that for an agnostic? What is that for an atheist? What awareness is that for them? Because I know that Dusty is aware because he is present amongst 2 or 3 are gathered right now.
He's a very conscious person. I don't think Dusty would go to hell like where I'm at in my head. I don't think he would go to hell, but I think because I mean, bishops, some Christians believe that like you have that final moment where you can accept Jesus Christ as the savior, you know what I'm saying? So Dusty sound like a logical person, and if he came to heaven and Jesus was like, look, I'm here and you can come in as long as you believe it.
That's what Joe told me about. What? Yes, I want to.
I don't think Dusty would disown it. You know what I'm saying?
So you think if Dusty
was telling me about you?
Go ahead, Bishop.
Hold up. Can I say something? Brother man, I'm gonna say something. If this remind me of somebody that's going somewhere without a navigator system, they just driving. Let's get to a point real quick. I can understand some of the stuff you saying. All this comes from, it sounds like somebody that don't want to accept it could be possible that some of this stuff we saying true. Somebody asked me a question a long time ago. They said, how do you know it's a hell in heaven? I said, I really don't know. He said, that's right, because you never been there. So he said, if we die and you find out there ain't no hell in heaven, what you gonna do? I said, I can't do nothing. We just find out there ain't no hell in heaven. But what if I'm right? Let's say I'm right. And you die and I die, and we find out there's a hell in heaven. Boy, you got a lot to lose.
For eternity.
What confused
not 120 years. Eternity.
What confused me is not the fact that you believe there's a hell in heaven. I'm just ain't gonna take a chance just in case they is right. It ain't nothing wrong with doing right. I'm not in the losing seat. You are
Yeah.
because you taking a
more
risk.
goods.
Man, I done took a risk smoking drugs. I done took a risk robbing folk. Let me take a risk trying to get to God, see if there's a God. I don't have nothing to lose. So if you don't believe there's a God, brother, you got a lot to lose because I don't think man made earth. I didn't think man made the moon, the stars, nor the sun. Because if he made the sun, he can't approach it himself. How you gonna create something you can't approach?
Not
So
shit.
my
It
point is,
means God made it.
this here. Then I'm gonna let you say something.
No,
You
you're
got
not.
a lot of ideas, you got a lot of opinion. But I promise you, man, if you just can come out of anything out of this conversation, come out to say you didn't create yourself. I hope you ain't went that far. You believe something create you, do you believe that?
I don't have any idea. If something intentionally, consciously created me, I don't think I created myself. But I don't claim to know
Now
the
we're getting
mechanisms.
somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Now you don't believe you create yourself, but you believe something. Okay, hold on. Listen, I'm just answering him. So you believe something created you, not you yourself, right?
Yes, something created me, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it was an intentional. Like, oh, here's a powdered dusty, right? Like it was intent. I could be a byproduct
we're
of the
going
system.
somewhere. At least we getting
I know. I'm
somewhere.
still.
Okay, now go
I could
ahead.
be a byproduct of the system, or what I think what the most likely answer for me is that just like an ant can't do calculus, they can't understand it. Why the fuck do I think I can understand where everything came from?
That don't make no sense what you just said. Now listen. Because the
It
ant
doesn't
don't
make.
know where. Hold on. The ant ain't made in God's image. An ant can't conquer the
I'm in
world.
the microwave, OG. I'll be back.
Oh, okay. Listen here. An ant can't do what a man can do. A dog can't do what a man can do because he wasn't made in God's image. I don't expect a bird to build a house, but when you see a man building a house, he comes from some outside of his DNA just being
But
something that been
the
created.
same way
So
you
he
don't
possessed
expect that
something.
bird to build a house, you don't expect man to grasp the things that God knows either. That was
Dusty said
simply
that
his
earlier.
point.
He said that, like, can you say that again, Dusty, about that right there where he just
Just
said
like an ant can't understand calculus, it doesn't have the capacity. I don't think I have the capacity to understand God, for lack of a better word. Because sure, man can do things ants can't, but God can do things man can't. It's the same. I mean, it's actually even a bigger gap.
You know,
If
Dusty,
you use the
I
word
could
God,
see why you
hold
would
on.
have that argument, but I think that's so limited as far as your experience as existence.
Did you just use
What
the
do you mean?
word God?
he did.
Man,
He's even said thank God for somebody on the panel earlier. It tripped me out because I never heard
wait,
him say
Hold on. Y'all confusing me. God ain't the author confusion. You either believe in the God or it ain't. Now, come on. Don't use it when it benefits you. Now,
well, it
you
sounds like
confusing
he
me.
believes in divinity, but he can't put a finger on it quite yet.
I don't believe that I know something. I don't know the answer to the thing.
Okay. Hold on. Your name.
All of us.
Hold on. Who is Dusty? Because I'm confused. You the one with the black shirt on?
Yeah,
Me right here. Yeah, top middle.
that's the atheist is
Top
sitting next to you.
Listen to me, baby boy. Listen to me. You know,
Baby
and
boy.
I kind of understand. Okay, excuse
Baby
me.
boy.
Southern shit,
Okay,
bro.
excuse me. Well, let me correct
Southern
myself.
old shit.
Young man. That's how we talk down in the South.
You can,
Excuse me, young
you
man.
can just
I'm
talk
sorry.
without being patronizing. What you got to
Let me
say?
correct myself. Let me correct myself. Young brother. Yeah, what you want to be called? Well, I won't be out of line. You want to be
It's
called?
Bring it
okay.
on.
Just
Just call him
listen.
Look, just call me Dusty, old
Just
man.
call him
Let's go.
Dusty.
Okay, Dusty. Okay, Dusty.
He flipped
Listen to
that
this
and
old
bitch like a
man.
Y'all, come
motherfucker.
on,
Man.
man. Just keep
Listen
it
to
in
this
order.
old
Just call
man,
him
Dusty.
Dusty.
Dusty, let me dust something off you real quick. Now watch here. You got a lot of y'all laugh. You got a lot of ideas, man. But you just use the word God. What confused me, God he either exists or he don't. But I think the problem is men have said a lot of stuff that confuse me too. And I don't there's nothing wrong with you challenge life. But there's some things you don't have to challenge because creation itself lets you know it's a God. You can look at creation and know there's something greater than man. Now, my point is that you're made in an image that's different from any other creation. I can prove it to you. Man is the only creation that's created by the Creator that can conquer everything that's been created. So there's something inside of you that cause you to have the ability to overcome other things that were created. Not only that, we create things. God didn't create a car, a man did. God didn't create an airplane, a man did. He gave them ability to do it. But my point is, even if we fight with you about what you stand for and believe, I promise you, when you go to sleep, and if I come over there and put a pillow over your face and you can't breathe, you're going to say, God, and you're going to try to fight me back because you don't want to die. Don't tell me you don't believe in death because I put a
That
pillow
wasn't
over your
me.
face. Oh, that's the other guy.
No,
Okay.
that was him. That
No,
was
he didn't go through all of that to the wrong
hold on, let me say
conclusion.
this.
After all of that, yo.
Oh,
Hold
okay,
on,
Dustin.
Joe.
Oh, okay, Dustin. I got two crazy people on here. I didn't know I had one. I mean, two. I thought I only had one. I'm sorry. I didn't know I had two crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I got three. I don't forget doing it. So, but I got three cocoa bubbles. But my thing is that Dustin, I understand where you come from. I'm gonna listen now. I love you, Dustin. No problem, man. Okay.
Yeah, no, that was not me. That thing. I do think death is real, and yeah, I would for sure fight back.
Yeah, so Dusty isn't an atheist that believe death is real. CJ Dipper is a believer who doesn't believe that death is real, or because it's
Sean, why you laughing?
he's younger. He's much younger than a lot of us, so he's seen a lot of things. Him, being in the limelight all his life, he's seen it.
Smother you real quick. We'll find it if you believe or not.
How do I
Got to
invite
do
people,
something real
Faro?
simple.
Can you invite Dwayne Wade on Facebook? That's Glass House.
That's Glass House. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put the link. I'm gonna tell them to inbox me on Messenger. I'm gonna send them the link right now.
Okay, bad.
I don't think that we conquered everything though. We still can't get to the bottom of the ocean in lots of places.
Exactly.
We still can't do all sorts of things. You can't do a head transplant. You can't. There's lots and lots of things that we have not conquered in this world.
I think we're caveman. We can't conquer our emotions. We gotta feel like we gotta control everybody. We're insecure, and we got no real solutions to anything. We're not too bright.
I mean, we basically
the shit that I
solved
would
the
say
hunger.
to follow up with that is so anti-Semitic they would block my YouTube.
It's probably good you're not saying it then. I don't agree with that either, Joe. I think we've done a lot of amazing things. We found solutions. Basically, world hunger is eradicated, except for the places where it's implemented intentionally because of war or whatever.
Okay, I wouldn't take away from some of the great shit that we did, but we still fail to do simple shit like understand you don't get to kill a motherfucker for this reason, or you don't get to hate all of someone. So the same brilliant motherfucker who made that rocket probably think that all niggers is dumb. We ain't that far advanced.
Well, tell me why they was building a rocket right after Malcolm X died, Martin Luther King died, JFK died, the Panthers are out, they just killed Fred Hampton, and y'all gonna send a fucking rocket to space? Get the fuck out of here.
And Von Braun was the guy I had in mind when I was talking about the racist dude.
Man, it's amazing to me. It's amazing to me how much of a diversion that was for people in the 60s and the 70s, especially seeing the revolt with the hippies that was going against the government. The Panthers were revolting against the government. There were supremacies everywhere revolting against the government coming together, and then we go to the moon. What the fuck?
I wanna answer a question. So what's Jesus's next name?
I don't know his next name.
I am that I am.
Okay,
man, we know he have a new name.
I'm only saying that because there was Horus, there was 13 other messiahs throughout the ages. So are we in the end of is he the last of the so-called virgin savior, or do we get another
That's
one?
a great question. I like to think we're done, but I bet everybody throughout history thought their guy was the guy. And
Well,
I'd like
according
to
to
fall in line and be a
2025,
dummy
right?
too. I believe it's done.
Because
So
only, and let me say this.
Hey,
In Glass
hey,
House, click the link. And the only reason why I'm saying this is because there are atheists that live amongst us now that don't believe in any of the names, any of the doctrine. So
I'm not
if
so
there are
sure it's
more,
even necessary.
I mean that's what I'm saying. So if there are more people that don't believe in the doctrine or moving away from it, when the next Jesus comes that is able to convince them, are they going to give him another name?
they're
That
gonna
they
kill him again.
they're going to. But go ahead.
How could someone rise to that level? I mean, we've had motherfuckers like
he
Gandhi
died
and
though.
Martin Luther King, and I don't know, we've had some really good motherfuckers.
I
No
mean,
one's been
people.
compared to Jesus or the
If you look at
prophets.
his life, he did miracles, and then he got executed young. I think that if you're like me and you assume that the miracles are maybe embellished stories or whatever, and then he died, we really don't have that phenomenal of an earth life. It's the phenomenality is in the claims about what the death did and what right. It's all the other shit added on. But to die at 33 is because you got executed. It's not that phenomenal.
I think Jim Carrey had a good point to follow up with that, Dusty, and he was saying that there's like 33 vertebrae in our spine.
Yeah.
And when it comes to meditation and Kundalini yoga, you have to align those 33 vertebrae, and then Jesus come back down from your consciousness to your solar plexus. But that's a whole different shebang. You know what I'm talking about? That ain't got nothing to do with
That's not really
hey,
Christian. That's mysticism.
Hey, let me answer that question. He said there's always a Messiah to come. The Bible said there's going to be many false Messiahs. First of all, you got to understand what the Messiah means. Because the person say they're a Messiah don't mean they're a Messiah. Messiah come with evidence and demonstration. There's no demonstration evidence. You just a false Messiah. The Messiah was the savior of the people. The Messiah was prophesied by Moses. He said, I'm going to raise a prophet like unto thee. And this when the prophecy of the Messiah was spoken of, when Moses brought the children of Egypt out of Egypt. And then he was referring to the Lord Jesus Christ. And so
Just
when you say other
demonstrate that and
Messiah,
give me evidence that Jesus is the Messiah. You say you got to be
okay,
able
let me get to that.
to
Let me get to that. I'm gonna
demonstrate
give
it.
you that. I'm gonna give you some evidence in a few minutes. Hold up.
In a few
The
minutes, he
evidence.
says.
I got some
Okay,
cold
the
hard
evidence,
shit, but it's
the
coincidental
evidence.
evidence.
Let me finish. The evidence that he's the Messiah is not based on what you think or what you feel. What he did for me. He redeemed me. See, the
Anecdotal.
Messiah don't work for you if you don't believe. Jesus said, "You have seen me and believe, but blessed are those who have not
You
seen but yet
said you was
believe."
going to give me evidence, and all you
So,
have
Hold
for
up, I'm
evidence is
talking.
what
Hold
I
up.
can
Let's
say
put a
happened
stop
to me.
sign
You've
in
yet to
front of
give
your
me
mouth. For
evidence.
two
I
seconds.
hope this is not the best evidence you're going to come up with.
Okay. Let me put a stop sign in front of your mouth real quick.
Do
Now
what
watch
you
this.
like. Yeah.
My point is here. The word Messiah means savior. So what worked for you, worked for you. But there's always going to be somebody claiming they were sent by God and
Evidence,
they have the
bro.
evidence. Hold up. They saying they this and that. All I'm telling you, the Messiah that worked for me is the Son of God that I believe that through Jesus Christ. Now your Messiah might be some peanut butter and jelly. That will save you. Your stomach can be your Messiah.
So you
A
weren't going to
Messiah can be
present
anything.
evidence.
bro,
Hold on,
how
hold on.
did you
Your
know?
crazy thinking that he got peanut butter and jelly.
So
Boy, look here.
Joe, the
Hold on,
evidence,
hold on.
the
Your
evidence.
Messiah could be that weed you smoke and that crack you smoke. And so that will save you.
I love crack.
I don't want that
Bishop
kind of
need to do
favor. I
comedy
want
too
one. Your
while he out
Messiah
here.
could be a woman like Dooney.
I
He's a
want to hear
freak
your
at night.
evidence
Hold on.
because
He's
there
a
are
freak
some
at night.
lines of
Hold on. He's a
logic for
freak at night.
evidence that he could
So
have
my
wrote
Okay.
down,
Savior
even
and
though
my
he's
Messiah
cracking right
is
now.
the Lord.
Okay, Bishop. You know how powerful you are, and you take all of the air. Then watch this.
Love
So
it.
you just brought up woman. So I wanna kind of like.
I want to smoke some crack.
Well, so
Since
wait,
you brought
let's
it
Hey,
follow
up.
back up on
don't
Joe's
smoke no
question.
crack.
Joe,
Hey, man, that ain't gonna save you. That's gonna kill you, man. Don't smoke no crack, man. You
Joe,
got
what
the
was your
wrong
question
God.
again?
Evidence.
Doing the drink wine. So
So
that's his thing. It give him peace of mind.
you got hard evidence and then you have other religions that tell you not to say Jesus' name. And then you have other. So we'll start with the hard evidence. Jesus and Mary's name is written in Egypt. That's for a fact.
Okay.
Now, whether somebody put it there or not, that could be coincidental, right? So there's that. And then there's the Talmud, which is a Jewish interpretation of the Torah. In the Talmud, it says Yahweh led a rebellion against the Romans, and so they murdered him on Passover, and he's burning in hell. Now, if 2% of the world are those people, and they control most of the things, and they're putting this down our throat that he was a sorcerer and a magician, but they push black on black violence, and they push violence in our neighborhoods, and Percocets, and single mothers, and food stamps, and EBT, and all this shit, right? They push all this shit on us, right, to get daddies out of the homes, right? So why would Jesus be such a bad thing if it's not real then?
What's wrong with Percocets and single mothers? Those are a couple of my favorite things.
See, they go great together.
I feel like there's a point in life where that's only the valuable thing, but I just happen to
And if she's got a food stamp card, that's even better.
Both good lines, man. And you could have went further. There are historical stuff, which I'll never think of right now, but there are two mentionings in what we would call conventional evidence, written evidence outside of the Bible. And another good argument, I think, lays, or some people might think it a bad argument, but in the existence that even though he's supposedly not talked about, blah, blah, who's had an effect like that ever before, after? At least from sitting here, maybe I'm thinking, I think Michael Jordan's the best because I'm in Jordan's era, but damn, he killing.
Horace has had a greater effect than Jesus.
Horace?
Yeah. He's in
he's on the Library of Congress, and Jesus ain't. So
he's everywhere. Horace is everywhere.
It's fucked up though.
Jesus, that's debatable. Horus is everywhere. There's a bunch of them everywhere, and those gods everywhere. But to say that they're greater than Jesus, that's disputable.
I would say that very few names are as prevalent, but as Jesus's. But I would say that if you look at, say, Plato or Horace, right, like as far as impacting people's thought process, I think a lot of stuff gets attributed to Christianity that it doesn't rightly belong to, because it's a new religion relatively compared to a lot of others.
So on that aspect, 607 Unc is always talking about Sophia, right?
I don't know.
Well, he's always talking about Sophia.
Take your word for it.
Yeah.
Man, fuck 607 Unc.
He owes us money, doesn't he?
Yeah,
he owes us money. But I fuck with 607 Unc though. But he know what I'm talking about. Hey, Bishop, I'm finna piss Bishop off real quick, y'all. Hold on. Look,
you can't piss me off. You've been pissed on, but you can't piss me off. You can get pissed on, but go and say what you got to say.
Okay, so
yeah, go ahead. Let's go, dude. Let's go.
Okay, so we have Lilith, we have Sophia, and then we have Allah, who was before Allah, the 4 women, or whatever. Now, all of the Christian doctrine says, hey man, I need to be right about going to heaven or hell, trusting in Jesus and God and this and that. But when you go back to in the beginning of the book in Genesis, and then you hear about Lilith and Sophia, and you hear about Allat, A-L-L-A-T. When you hear about these woman deities that are pre all of this stuff in a lot of people's communications, what happens when there's evidence or a strong conversation that comes out that women created everything and women were first?
Wait, only one I'm really familiar with is Lilith. She was not first. Sophia, I know, but it's not coming to me. And the other one I don't know. But in what story would they be the creator, or even before man?
Well, there's a lot of books missing out the Bible. There's a lot of.
I read a lot of them.
There's a what was the word that you used, Dusty?
I don't know.
What is the fucking word? Where man basically just said, well, we did everything. They didn't do anything. like
patriarchal.
Let me say this. Y'all saying it's missing Bibles out the book. Y'all saying, hold on, let me say this. Y'all saying all that. Nobody got no facts. Everything y'all saying is hearsay and something somebody wrote. First of all, it wasn't no Bible. There was Dead Sea Scrolls. And then what they did, they agreed that certain letters that was written and things on stones become collected together and decide that it all match up to what was prophesied about. And maybe these things we agree put that over there. We agree that these things from God. But when you talk about a Bible, that never was a Bible. Them are different letters that they put together. And another thing, when you talk about missing, how you know what was missing and what ain't missing unless you got the whole book? Ain't nobody got no whole book. It never was a whole book.
You started off with
That's
the
just
whole
opinion.
book, the Dead Sea Scroll. Well, we know the Council of Nicaea is recent enough.
We know about Constantine.
You just
we
went
know
through a
about
whole while, right?
Constantine, and we went all that. Go ahead and
All
say.
right.
Go ahead and say
Yeah,
what you got to say.
we know the Council of Nicaea, it was well documented. We know that there were many books among them in which they decided to go in to be collected and distributed as one. And like you started with the Dead Sea Scrolls, the ones that they put in and the ones that are left out are all in that collection. And there are multiple collections now, stashes, caches that they call them. So there's well documented. We're not talking crazy.
My bad, guys.
Okay, that's not a fact, brother. All that's opinion. I done heard all that. I done read stuff. I done read some stuff. I done read all that stuff y'all trying to read. First of all, you have to understand how everything was translated and how everything came about. But I'm like Pastor Paul. I come to know nothing but Jesus, him being crucified. So that other stuff, missing books, I don't need no more books. I can't do the 66
They're really
books y'all
good. You
claim
should
that
read them. It talks about
but
Jesus
I
as
done
a
read all
child,
that
all those
foolishness.
missing stuff.
You doing third grade work. I done did that
I
and passed
missed?
I
all that.
thought you said you didn't need it. I assumed that meant you weren't going to need
You
it.
done did some, you doing third grade stuff.
We
I need
just
something that
taught
can
you
help
that
me
these
for
books
myself.
exist, bro. We just taught you
listen,
that.
man. You can't even follow love your neighbor. You don't need no more books. You gonna go crazy. The Bible said let's come to the whole conclusion of man to fear God and keep his
He
commandments.
just broke
Can
again.
you
The
stop
knowledge
lusting?
of
Can you
man
stop
will be
cussing? If you
gone.
can't
Cook
stop
'em,
lusting and
Bishop.
cussing, keep your books. Your books ain't no good if you can't stop
You're
lusting
just
and
mad
cussing.
that you didn't know it, bro.
You ain't got
Dusty,
no
so what
understanding.
was
The Bible
said?
said love God and love your neighbor, and you fulfill all the laws of the prophet. I don't need no more books. I need to stay away from a fool like you.
Yeah, you need to.
Hey, man.
You do need more. You need more books or something. What kind of a genius is gonna get mad and to get on his high horse about
just
he doesn't
We
need any
straying
more
away from the
information?
debate side.
Right, we just
Back to the debate.
here.
Back to the debate.
Oh
I
my
don't
God.
need any more information ever. I know everything I could ever need.
How dare you?
But the Bible does say, "Do not add or take away from the Bible." And so
No one did that, but
Do not
not
add or take
us.
away from your knowledge either. Stop learning things. Stop learning things right now.
The fact that y'all think that man can slide in stuff into the Bible and trick the Bible without God is not more powerful to correct it, you're that's wild to me.
No, God
Sister,
I think God let it happen.
Yeah,
because
we know.
It is demonstrable. It is demonstrable.
did
We have
happen.
different versions of the Bible in existence. There's a slave Bible they got in museums that has way less books in it. Like I don't know how you could even say
what other
that,
book did King James write, Dusty?
King
King James didn't write the fucking Bible.
I know, but he rewrote
his
the
mother's Bible.
Luciferian Bible.
Listen, his King James mother was the Bible, was the most popular Bible at the time. They brought him exact duplicate. He told him to make changes. That's documented. You can look at her Bible and his and see the changes.
Okay, listen, man. Listen, everybody translated something. You got the Watchtower. Everybody doing something. The NIV. Let's come to the whole conclusion of man. The Bible said, "Fear God and keep His commandments." There's no end in a book. There's gonna be many books. How do you fear God and keep His commandments? Now, let me share this with you. There's gonna be always somebody that think they're a professor. They're gonna think they're smarter than everybody. Everybody gonna find some books. All I need to know, can you love your neighbor and your brother? And can you stop covering what don't belong to you? Can you do that?
If
Forget
you
how
do,
deep
you
you are. I don't
found
care about your
Jesus.
title. I don't care how smart you is. I don't care about your degree. And I don't care about what knowledge you got. Can you
Yes.
put that flesh under control
There
and
is
stop lusting like
Jesus,
a
in
dog?
my opinion. There
Can-
is Jesus.
yeah.
He is literally talking about, can you
Well, I'm
find
trying to learn how to
Jesus
do
in
it from
my
you,
hand?
Bishop. I'm trying to learn how to love my neighbor and not get caught up in my ego.
You got to stop
You all
yelling
right
at
with me?
people
Well,
first,
y'all
bro.
need to help doing it because doing is still a freak, and he say he don't know what he believes. How you help that freaking spirit he got?
That freaky
Bishop done got
spirit.
that Henny in him. Bishop done got that Henny in it. Hey, yo.
Dooney,
Hey,
do you
I
have a
just want to
freaky
say
spirit?
I appreciate y'all for sharing this experience. Phenomenal. Thank y'all for existing.
Hey,
Thank y'all for
I gotta
being
go.
on earth at the same time as me.
Hey,
Cause man, thank you, Pharaoh. Thank you, Dooney. Thank you,
Ah!
Bishop. Thank you, Dusty. Thank you,
Hey,
Joe. Man, my eyes are bad, but man, thank you, sister. And yeah, man, thank you.
hey, I gotta get out of here too,
Thank
man.
hey,
you as
But
well.
hey, we gotta come back with a
Hey,
part
we gotta
two.
come back. I love y'all, man. I gotta
Y'all
get out of
say
here.
a
I gotta get
prayer,
ready to go to
Dusty.
New
Come
York.
back with some
Hey, listen,
scriptures.
I don't know if y'all smoking. Listen, I don't know if y'all smoking crack or whatever you high on. Please don't go to the dope man no more. Go to Jesus, get on your knees and tell him set you free because you still throwed off. God bless you.
That's it.
Amen.
Wait. Is he smoking? Is he smoking telling us
he
that
doesn't
shit?
know his phone's still on, bro. He doesn't need to know. He already knows everything he needs to know. Don't nobody tell him his phone's still on.
Proceeds to pour up some drink.
They'll
All
be
right,
bringing
all
up
right,
them
well,
damn
all right,
goats and stuff
we're
around
gonna
him.
do.
This nigga's hilarious.
Check this out, man. In conclusion, y'all can make y'all final 10, 15-second statements, and then we're gonna get out of here. And I'll see if we do this right here. It's every Sunday. So see y'all next Sunday. Those that want to come and do
I'll
this
I'll
again.
I'll start off. I think this is my first time over here, dude. I'm panel. I've probably been in chat before.
Oh yeah, honor for you to be here, man. I appreciate
Like
it.
Yeah, man.
I
Good
picked the
shit. Good shit, Dusty. Good shit, Pharaoh.
It was good
You know what I'm
talking to you too.
saying?
And I
It's hard,
apologize for the
Dusty.
rude
There's a
comments
lot
earlier.
of Southern Bible Belt Christians down here. And so when you're talking to these people, we just consider them OGs, but they use a lot of lingo and stuff that it come off. It is disrespectful, but it come off. It's not disrespectful in their mind because that's how their
Yes,
grandma
it
and
is. They
grandpa was
know what they're
talking to them.
doing. He's not an
So
idiot.
we just kind of like let it roll off our shoulders and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I
But
hear what
yeah,
you're
no, we'll
saying.
touch base on everything. I think we had a
Yeah.
great conversation. But be careful. The death is not a real thing. Look into that shit. Look into that shit. Just look into it. Oh, but we'll
CJ, it was
touch
good
base
meeting
next
you.
time. Great conversation.
Yeah.
I'm finna go subscribe to you, and y'all just man,
I'll-
let's touch base next Sunday. I'll be in this bitch.
yeah. Let me put my link in the back chat. It was nice meeting you too.
I'll go next. Thank you so much for having me up, Duke. It was a great conversation. And as we both know, conversation rules the nation. And more of these conversations need to be had, if nothing else. Seeds are being planted, plants are being watered, and it's all leading to something greater than us all.
Most definitely.
Duke, thank you for having me. It was a wild one. I hope that I didn't piss off the other
Duke
guests.
Pharaoh, get Merc for a few pesos. No, not just get on this hoe and just start freestyling and shit. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I you didn't. You really now you're on their radar, so they're gonna be looking for you. I know Dooney gonna call me. They're gonna
They
call me and
good.
be like,
They
yo,
good people, man.
like they're seekers.
Well, let them. I put
Man, I
give
don't
them
mean
give them a
no
link and
harm.
tell them to sub up and jump on
I
a
don't
panel
mean no
sometime. I
harm.
do open panels
You know,
regularly, like
I
almost
don't
every
mean no
night.
harm.
So
Most definitely.
jump up. Anyways, and good meeting you,
Yeah, man.
CJ.
Woo, we
And
gonna keep cooking though.
and
Shit, we
salute to
got a
the
lot of
chat.
shit going down. Fucking
All
December
right, Dusty,
14th.
appreciate you, family.
I'm gonna be in Richardson, Young Nation show, December 14th in North Dallas. You wanna pull up? I think it's Mr. Lucci. I want to say Mr. Lucci be cooking in that bit. I think that's Lucci Club. I
Yeah,
don't
I'm out
know
in
though.
I'm in the sticks. I'm far away. I'm about 4 or 5 hours away now.
Ah, for sure, for sure.
It's all good.
Well,
You gonna do good there.
Y'all be safe. Is this gonna be posted? Or is this like just a live that goes away?
Nah, this is forever.
For sure. Send me the link, bro.
Yes, sir.
All right, be safe, bro. Love you. One.
You too, Chief. All right, so I really appreciate everybody who came through here. This is the beginning of my church. My church is based on coexisting. A lot of people don't know how to coexist. And I think we did a pretty good job. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Salute to all of y'all, man. I asked a few things. I really wanted them to get into the conversation about women, but there's a lot of men up here and one woman. So eventually there'll be some women that come and help us, help us a little bit. You see men, we all over the place. Yeah, clearly. And we're gonna be that way. But we can coexist. You can see that we can coexist in this space. And this is a much needed space to coexist in, because we are all in. These are some trying times. These are most definitely trying times for everyone. I don't give a fuck who you are. These are some trying times because you don't know. You don't know when there's going to be a fucking nuke. You don't know if there's going to be another plague. You don't know. We breezed through fucking COVID like it wasn't nothing. And you know what I'm saying? It affected everybody. We're on the internet because of COVID. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people with a lot of brains who came here to this internet because of COVID and the circumstances that have entrapped us. And then a lot of the things that are going on politically. So it's a lot going on, and I appreciate everybody who's come through here. I promise you, like y'all have made my 7th day. You understand? You've made this day one of those days. This is a day that the universe is rejoicing. You know what I'm saying? Because we were coexisting. I like this type of communication. But if you are suffering with suicide, I have a message for you. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in.
For the last 30 years, man, I've been daydreaming about suicide. Yeah. If anybody listening, this is how I cry. Ain't no need for no reply. Just listen. Even though I know I can't. I know I should, but then again I ain't. They waiting on me, sorry for the wait. They see it's written all over my face, so let me adjust my halo. 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 Yeah, man. This is based on a true story. He woke up in the morning with a cup of coffee and a cigarette. The bottle caught his eye, now it's dry, but he didn't mean to meet it. They asked him, was he high? No reply, he didn't really want to speak it. You can see it in his eye, you wanna fly, he been living with all the regrets. He's showing new emotion, now they think he's going off for the deep end. It's only how you looking at it, in the end it all depends. He been reaching out to everybody, and his arms getting weakened. But at the time that he need anybody, everybody start leaving. So let me adjust my halo. 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 Allah, I'm seeking your presence and drawing you near, 'cause I have so many questions, then they disappear. Allah, I'm seeking your presence and drawing you near, 'cause I have so many questions, then they disappear. Allah, I'm seeking your presence and drawing you near, 'cause I have so many questions and they disappear. Allah, I'm seeking your presence and drawing you near, 'cause I have so many questions, then they disappear.